Beautiful homes in multiple countries, $1 million net worth, the partner of her dreams, and still, she's not happy. Kind of reminds me of an old country song by Tammy Wynette. But the truth is, these aren't the words to a sad old song. It's the real life story of a YouTube creator I follow. Someone who dug herself out of over $100,000 in debt, and just a few years later is facing the biggest crisis of her life. All because she missed the number one thing most people overlook, the secret that makes or breaks financial success. We live in a world where success is measured by the numbers, your bank account, your home square footage, the number of zeros in your net worth. And when you've come from struggle, when you've fought your way out of six-figure debt and finally reached a place of financial stability, it can feel like the numbers should be enough. But here's the truth no one tells you. If you never build emotional stability along the way, success will eventually feel hollow. There's a creator on YouTube that I follow and I genuinely admire for all that she's accomplished at such a young age. Money, freedom, even love. And yet she's unraveling, not because she failed, but because she didn't stop to ask, what am I actually building and why? So many people work hard to finally make it, to hit that net worth goal, pay off the debt, grow the channel, buy the dream home. But what often happens is that when they make it, they feel empty. There's no sense of purpose, no real feeling of accomplishment. It's a quiet, creeping emptiness. And it doesn't matter whether making it is about money, possessions, a big audience, or even a fancy lifestyle. I'll be honest with you, I've been there myself a few times, even as I watch my own channel grow, where I've had this sense of, whatever kind of feeling. The subscribers go up, the view counts climb, monetization feels closer and closer, and yet there's this little shrug inside like, okay, so what? But here's the difference, and this is something I'm passionate about in my coaching. Making it has to mean something. It can't just be about numbers or accomplishments or collecting more stuff. You have to link it to a deeper purpose, something that's real and alive inside of you. Even when I feel that, whatever moment, I remind myself, it's not about the numbers, it's about the fact that I'm building something I believe in. I have a vision, I have a purpose, and my purpose has layers and depth, and that's what keeps me going. Because once you reach one meaningful goal, once you accomplish one fulfilling purpose, you want to have the next one waiting for you. That way you never reach a point where you've checked all the boxes and suddenly wonder, now what? What's the point? This is what keeps me going, even when the numbers don't excite me. Knowing that every milestone is a part of a bigger story. A life of meaning isn't just built once. It's built again and again in every season through every new chapter that you choose to create. There's a line in the book, Your Money or Your Life, that says, money is something you trade your life energy for. That hit me the first time that I read it, because if you're not clear on what you're trading for, you'll just keep reaching for more. More houses, more followers, more goals, more cars, more whatever it is that you think will make you happy. All the while, you're getting further and further away from yourself. This isn't just about burnout. It's about disconnection from your purpose, your values, and even what makes you happy. And that's the real danger of chasing success without grounding. You end up winning the game, but losing yourself in the process. So here's where it gets real. When you chase financial freedom without anchoring it into who you are, without building from a place of alignment, there's a hidden cost that doesn't show up as a debit to your bank account, but it shows up everywhere else. It shows up in burnout, in the constant pressure to do more, be more, achieve more, because you think more is what's going to make you feel successful. It shows up in the quiet moments when you look around at the life you've built and think, is this it? Is this really all there is? And worst of all, it shows up in the disconnect from your own happiness. You've worked so hard to get here, and yet you can't feel it. You can't even celebrate what you've built because it doesn't match who you've become. This is why you see so many people walk away from it all, selling their businesses, downsizing their lives, stepping back from success that they once dreamed of, because The life they created wasn't theirs anymore. It was built on external metrics, not internal alignment. And here's the thing, if you don't define what success means to you, what enough looks like for you, you'll always feel like you're chasing something that never quite lands. You'll keep raising the bar. You'll hit one milestone and then the next and then the next and still feel like you're falling short because the target is always moving. Here's what no one's talking about when it comes to financial success. The world celebrates your results, but it rarely asks about the emotional cost. You can have the home, the income, the freedom, and still feel like you're quietly crumbling inside. You can hit every goal on paper, just like this creator did, and still wake up feeling anxious, untethered, or even a little lost. Because financial trauma doesn't disappear just because the numbers in your bank account go up. In fact, it often gets louder. Suddenly, you're not just managing money, you're managing pressure. You're carrying the weight of expectations, trying to protect what you built, and wondering what happens if it all goes away. It's a subtle form of burnout, one that creeps in quietly. The exhaustion from constantly chasing bigger milestones, the anxiety of, what if I lose it all? The identity crisis of realizing you've spent years building a life that no longer fits who you've become. And that's not freedom. That's a trap. If you don't define what enough looks like for you, the bar will keep moving. You'll hit one milestone, and before you can even take a breath or enjoy it, there's another one waiting. A new goal, a bigger number, a shinier version of success. And the worst part? You never get to feel done. You never get to rest because the finish line keeps shifting and you're the one moving it. And let me be clear, there's a big difference between chasing the next big thing and building a life with layers of purpose. Chasing the next goal just because it looks shiny, because it's exciting, because it'll give you more, that's the trap. But creating meaningful goals that grow with you, that evolve from your core values, that's how you keep life rich, connected, and fulfilling. That's why building from alignment matters, because without it, you'll always be running and you'll never feel like you've arrived. So how do you avoid this trap? How do you create success that actually feels good to live in? Success that feeds your soul, not just your bank account. Well, it starts by defining what wealth actually means to you, because wealth isn't just a number in your bank account. It's time freedom, it's peace of mind, it's joy and happiness in the little moments, whether that's cooking dinner with your family or reading a book by the ocean or being able to say yes to once-in-a-lifetime opportunities when they come your way. That's the kind of wealth I'm building for myself, and it's what I want to help you build too. And here's the key. You have to decide what enough looks like for you before the world defines it for you, before the algorithm tells you, before the gurus tell you, before the next flashy goalpost shows up. Your enough might look like $1 million net worth. It might be the freedom to work 4 days a week, or having the flexibility to take care of your parents as they age, or traveling the world in a camper van, or maybe buying your dream home in the French countryside. That's the beauty of intentional wealth. It's not a one-size-fits-all formula. It's about creating a version of freedom that actually fits the life you want to live. And this is why I'm so passionate about what I teach, because it's not just about budgeting or debt payoff or investing, saving, or anything else that we associate with financial freedom. It's about building a life that you don't want to escape from. That's what I call holistic wealth or holistic financial freedom, because real wealth isn't just money, it's purpose, peace, and freedom that you don't need a vacation from. So if you've been chasing success without stopping to ask yourself, what am I building and why? I hope this gave you something to think about, because real wealth isn't just money. It's freedom that feels good to live in, and that starts with your choices. So what do your choices say about your wealth building journey? Watch this video next to find out.